Hello! Hello! Shut up! Ah! Oh, thanks for coming. There's been problems. There's been a lot of problems tonight. Oh, hello. Technical problems. Nothing to worry about. I'll worry about that if you don't mind. How's everybody doing? Thanks for coming. What do we do? Excuse me while I wriggle around a bit here and try and organise myself. Oh, why the red face? Good question. No one asked. Right. Do I need to do anything? Yeah, I need to put in the backing track music. Let's do that right now. Does anybody know how to do that? Yeah, I think we'll just do this. Jeesh. Done. Right, let me know please if there's any problems, because I've had a lot of problems with the stream. I basically had to set it up again almost from scratch. Camera wasn't working, so then I know no one cares, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Camera wasn't working. So I had to restart a few times. It wasn't working, switch it off, and then I did a Windows update, and then I did a streaming software update, off again, on again, got it back on, but then I had to reset everything up. Great story. Thanks for coming. Let's say hello everybody. Old Man Zen, first in the house. Take that, you angsty Scottish bastard. I'm early for today's live stream. Well, thanks for coming, mate. Cheers. Jojo's in the house. How you doing, Jojo? Great to meet you at the weekend at the Birmingham Guitar Show. I forgot we're talking about that today, so we'll talk about that. That's what I mean. I had all these problems and I forgot what I'm actually talking about. Which is not a lot. Hitting the like button, that's what I like to hear. Peter Collins, hello mate, how you doing? Al Lindsay's in the house. Also good to meet Al at the weekend. Evening, sir. How the devil are you? All good, mate. Hope you're good too. John Channing's in. Hello, mate. John Little, hello. Did we say John Little already? No, we didn't, but hello anyway. Peter Collins, hello, mate. Anton, all right, mate. How we doing? Dave Fiendish, hello. David, hello, David. How you doing, mate? Richard Sheehan's in the house. Graham Campbell, IMA 640, Guitar Quackery. How you doing, mate? Yes, real F-holes on this Starcaster. Funny story, seeing as Guitar Quackery is the Techmeister. I had this guitar. You may or may not know the story about my local store, Kenny's Music, closing down. I put this into the tech before they closed, but he didn't have time to see to it, and he had to get all his stuff out, so I got it back unmodded, but I think he's going to resume work in April, so we'll try again. And that gives me another opportunity because I want to get a brass nut for this. So anyway, that's a little story for you. But yes, real F-holes. And the Lamb is in as well. How you doing, mate? It was great to meet you as well once again at the Birmingham Guitar Show. Awesome stuff, mate. Love your big coat, big jacket. Simon Wenlock, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Johnny 3-Bar in the house. John Little, what amp pedal settings are you using? Mate, I'm just using the, can you see it here? Hold on, let's try this. I've not even tried this camera. See this wee guy here? This is just the wee Fender GT40 Mustang modeling amp. It's perfect for the wee space that I've got here. I used to use the GT100, which is actually, or have I got a GTX 50? I can't remember what it is. It's over there, but I don't use that anymore because it's just a bit big, too big and powerful for this room. And I was mainly using the GTX because it worked with the Fender 7-button foot switch, but I found out that that same foot switch works with the GT40, so that's why I'm using that. And what patch is it? Good question. It's a patch called Double Tracked, but I've actually added, what have I added on it? An extra delay and like a something else. Can't remember, maybe a slapback. Something like that. Anyway. Maria Muggs Davies in the house, how you doing? Good to see you. Peter Collins is in. Hello. Oh, thank you for the nice lead tone. Cheers, mate. Jojo is in the house. The Lamb. Relax Meditation. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Roddy's Jam Cave. How you doing, mate? Thank you so much for coming in. Oops, the chat has jumped. Where did we get to? I don't know. I hope I've not missed anybody. If I've missed you, say you missed me. Dinger63 for Dundee. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Johnny D. Hello. David Beebe. How you doing, mate? Got to meet David Beebe at the guitar show as well. What an absolute gentleman that man is. Yeah, awesome stuff, mate. Great to chat, and thank you for your advices. Bra laddie. So, speaking of which, Is there anybody else we've missed here? Mick Rockland in the house. He's retracted his message. But now he's saying evening. What did you say before that? Did you say afternoon? Is that what you said, mate? Thanks for coming, mate. Hugely appreciated. Great to see you. Oh, man, other shredders are in the house. What's going on? Oh, it would have been great to see you, Mick Rockland, at the guitar show. That would have been awesome. Dream come true stuff. Hope you're doing good, mate. Did I miss anybody? I think we're all good. I think we have caught up. Peter Collins, you've had 3 mentions so far. Peter Collins, again, is here. I'm just trying to make it sound like it's busier than it is. The Lamb's here, by the way. Mick Rockland, did I mention that? Legend. Yeah, so, speaking of the guitar show, tomorrow's video is about the guitar show. Yeah, just a wee compilation video. I kind of did and didn't do much. I went there with the intentions of doing very little in terms of making videos, because I made that mistake before. Because I only put 1 video out a week. I like to edit. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I ended up putting out Birmingham videos for about like 6-7 weeks on the trot, and they all didn't do very well. So I went down with the intention of not doing many videos, but I ended up doing more than planned. And then on the way back, I was still feeling guilty that I should have done more. So I don't know how you figure that one out, but tomorrow's video is a part 1 of a 2-parter, a fun one. You might recognise some faces in it. Yeah, I hope it's a fun one anyway. And then there'll be a part 2 for that one coming out as well. What else did I do? I did a video for, well, with Valiant guitars again. They were there. It was great to see them again. Love the guitars. I didn't play any guitars. I played 1 guitar. I'm a liar. I played 1 guitar reluctantly on the Sunday for like a minute. And it was because it had a tough set bridge on it. I'm trying to get a wee deal happening with Tough Set. Kind of liked their product last year, and now it makes sense for me, for reasons. New guitar day on the way tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so Valiant guitars. Speaking of Valiant guitars, when I was over talking to them, Dave, the rep, you maybe seen him on the NAMM videos on some of the guitar, the Birmingham videos as well. He wears a crazy loud suit. And yeah, he gave me this flyer and he says, take this and talk about this on a video or something. So it's his mate Dan's guitar store picks. And he gave me a load of picks. I'll let you see them. Wait a minute, let's do this. Gave me a load of picks. Can you see us all right? Can we zoom in? They're kind of grippy. They're kind of Jazz 3-esque. Actually, David Baby, this might be up your street. You were saying you like something similar. I've no idea what thickness this is. Does it say it on it? It says precision. It says precision. It could be any thickness. Who knows? But yeah, this reminds me of back in the day. I used to use George Dennis picks, which were kind of pointy and sharp like this. But for me, these are a little bit too thick. I mean, this one's got the most flex in it. You know what? I might give this one a go, actually. This could be alright. So I'll report back to you on whether I'm enjoying these or not. But they seem to be good picks anyway. Like I say, my thing isn't heavy picks. These are heavy. Maybe worth trying out. So there you go. Just trying to get some awareness out there of Dan's guitar store and his picks on behalf of Dave from Valiant Guitars. There we go. I feel like I fulfilled my duty there. What else happened at the guitar show? Right. So last year, the main reason I went to the guitar show was to hook up with Jet Guitars, introduce myself and that kind of stuff. So that was mission accomplished last year. I'm happy with that. This year, it's these guys. Pickguard.co.uk. Just a small booth, but I've been talking to these guys online. Funny story. This guitar. I never even thought of using this guitar and how this goes into the story, but it actually does go into the story. When I bought this guitar, I decided I was going to mod it, and I didn't like the peely wally. Sorry, that's quite Scottish. I didn't like the pale neck on it, so I was planning on getting a vintage tint, like refinishing it a little bit, but I would totally make a mess of that. So, wait there, we're going off screen for a minute. So I found Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I found a replacement neck for it on the Facebooks, and I thought I'll get that and try and make a mess of this one just in case I ruin it. And the guy I bought it off of is Mr. Pickguard. Mr. Pickguard, and we got talking, and he says, oh, I've got a Pickguard thing going. So we've been talking for almost a year, and he was going to be at the show, and maybe you know, maybe you don't know, I like Jet guitars. They've got a little bit of a Pickguard issue in that third-party ones don't fit. Problem solved. Video in the works from the show. That'll be a while away. So that was my mission this year. So it was that. I did a wee Jet guitars video, a wee Spira video, Valiant, and my two-parter that's coming up. That's it. Right. What have I got to say? Oh, Milehouse is in the chat as well. How you doing, Milehouse? Thanks for coming. That was the highlight for me, really, getting to meet Milehouse. My hero, my YouTube hero. Absolute legend of a guy. And you know how sometimes you meet people and you think are they going to be the same as they are on camera, or they're different? Well, Milehouse is just an absolute miserable, but I'm all joking. No, he's exactly the same. We went for lunch with Yoshi, and I'm so sorry I forgot your mate's name from Yard Guitars and your other mate who runs the marathons. I forget names instantly. But yeah, I was a brawy lunch, and Paul had everybody in stitches with a banter. So that was fun. Right, did I miss anything? Here we are. Jojo uses McRocklin's Boss Katana patches all the time. Nice one. Actually, he won't be here anymore, but I've been, what do you call it? Polychrome, is that what it's called? Polychrome DSP? I think it is, the McRocklin suite. I've been curious about that stuff for quite some time. I see him doing it on his streams, and it's just like the best tones you've ever heard. But I fear technology in a way that no one knows. And I wonder how that would work as a live rig. Like, yeah, what that would look like. Is that a laptop kind of deal, maybe? Interesting. Yeah, but I'm very curious about the stuff. And he does have the best tones. The best tones on the Tinternets. Simon Wenlock, you wanted to make the guitar show, but you had a deadline on client mixes that was changed at the last moment, so was mixing and couldn't catch my flight. Oh, bummer, mate. Speaking of flights, that was the way I did it this year as well. It was like way cheaper and easier to get there flying than it was the train. So that was good. Greg Green saying cool, building bridges. Yes, that was it. And David Beebe, yeah, nice to meet you too, mate. Awesome. What was that? Greg Green, nice, that will round over on the point with some play. Oh, do you mean the pick? Yeah, it probably will. I'm not sure what they're made of. Wait a minute, does it say anything on the back of this? I never knew you read it. I should have. Maximum grip, surgical precision. It looks like it's good. Maybe we can screenshot this for later. But yeah, there we go. While I've got my Birmingham stuff here, I also got this card, and I can't remember what it is, or who these guys are, or what it's for, but hey. It's a shim. It's a potential shim, isn't it? Sorry. There's two ladies in the house this evening. That's right. We've got Jojo and we've got Maria. Mugs in the house. Always appreciated for coming. Bluer, you like both thick and thin plexies. Good on you. I'm boring, mate. I just use the same 0.71 for everything all the time, because I like to think I'm Nile Rodgers, but I'm not. Anton, we're still waiting for the in-depth review of your pick tuner, Steve. Where is it? Oh, I'll be packed somewhere. I took it with me to the show. I was actually thinking I might get some videos with it. I actually showed it to some people and was like, what do you think of this? I should have filmed it, but it was just funny to see the reactions, because it's like, why does this exist? It's the stupidest thing ever. I can't find it, but I can find the box. There you go. So it's exactly what it says and what it looks like. It's, yep. So that does exist, funnily enough. Greg Green, Deva picks for me. Also Dunlop. Where's my Deva pick? I got one maybe last year because I used to have one of these years ago and I used it on and off and I just got curious in again and I thought, I'm going to get one of them again. I don't really use it, but they're good. Guitar Quackery, was the guitar show experience costly? That's a good question. Well, it probably would be more so for you, mate, with flights and all that jazz, but I got really lucky. The flights were about, they had a sale on, so it was like £16 each way or something for me and Yoshi, so it was mega cheap. By the time all the add-ons and stuff came in, it was maybe about 60 quid overall for the both of us. Yeah, sounds about right, so pretty cheap, great. And then the show itself is like £20, less than £20, 17 or something to get in for access, unless you've got like some kind of badge or something, which I may have got a loan of on the second day. Thanks, Paul Drew from the Studio Rats. So, yeah, you pay to get in. What else is costly? I mean, food, all that kind of stuff. I did an Airbnb, that wasn't too expensive either, so it was not too bad. I mean, it costs more than I'll make out of doing videos or anything like that, but I just went for the hang. I wasn't really that interested in hooking up with brands or getting deals or anything like that. I just wanted to go and hang out and check out the stuffs, which I didn't do enough of. I've actually been watching loads of people's videos from the show. Jojo's had one the other day. I watched that one, great video, and his Johnny Budget Guitar Show, he's did his walkthrough as well. And there was another guy that I met at the show and I didn't even realise he had a channel. And he did an hour-long thing, and watching all these videos, like, I didn't see any of that stuff. There was so much stuff there that I missed. I was like, what was that? So I feel like, yeah, I didn't do enough. Right, we jumped. What happened there? Gray Harris. Evening, Steve. Did you see the new Sterling Axe 50? Floyd equipped and has better colour options than the full fat Music Man. This is exactly what I mean, mate. I didn't see it. See, if you ask me if I've seen stuff, I've seen very little. I've seen the people. I was hanging with the people. There's Jojo Fry. I've seen Jojo Fry and Fam. Mott the Hoople, Nam Dabby Dozy. Evening, Steve. Hello to you, mate. Looking forward to seeing your take on the guitar show. My gut feeling is that prices for those budget mid-range brands are rising. Yeah, mate. I mean, everything's rising, isn't it? It's all getting more. Just go to your local Lidl and you'll know what it's all about. My take on NAMM, I didn't do the same as last year. I didn't want to sort of repeat the same videos and do a walkthrough, and I knew that a lot of people would probably do that, so I thought, well, I couldn't really bring much more to the table with that. Like I say, I missed it all anyway. Maybe I'll do that next year. I'm definitely going next year. Robbie F, you've just finished one meeting and will listen in while you work on some other stuff. Thanks, mate. Happy to accompany you on your work. Where are we at? Al Lindsay, your Scottish wife just laughed at your Peely Wally comment. Haha, that's a classic. Thanks for listening. Oh wait, so we've technically got 3 ladies here. There you go. And one of them Scottish. Thanks for coming, Miss Lindsay. Mrs. Lindsay. Old Man Zen, send the neck to Paul at Milehouse Studios. I literally just watched him during one of his older videos doing just that to a neck. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Actually, potentially a couple of good ideas coming out with Milehouse. There's a chance, we did speak about it, I don't know if you'll still be up for it. Might we just got caught up in the excitement. But he mentioned there's a chance that I could get sent a Milehouse guitar to review. So it could be the first ever Milehouse independent review on the internets. Could you imagine that? But, I mean, it would never be as good a video unless Milehouse is actually in it. So we'll need to figure out a way to make that happen. But that'll be cool. I hope that happens. Jojo Mott, you're not wrong. I'm sure Steve will confirm, but Jet are putting their prices up soon. I didn't get that information, but I just assume that will happen with everything. Excuse me. Greg Green, does he make aluminium pick guards? You know what, I didn't see that there, but I'm pretty sure he would. Pretty sure he would. He's got quite a lot of options. There'll be a video coming out about it. Anton, new neck but no strings on it. No strings attached. Hey. Milehouse, we had a lovely luncheon date. Yes, we did. It was awesome, mate. Steve said it was the best rice he's ever had. That's right. Great vegan options, of course. Where are we at? Greg Green, he's a load of giggles, that's for sure. Yes, that's it. Guitar Quackery, Dr. Q, you forget names instantly too. Yeah, it seems to be the less amount of syllables it is and the less amount of letters, I'm going to forget it instantly. Ben, Kev, Dave, Steve. any of them that's just like in and then it's gone. It's terrible. I need to work on that. Is it like an excuse? Am I just like really rude? Maybe that's what it is. Terrible. Ian Callahan, good to hear Paul's banter starts at 0 off camera as well. Yes, 100% delivered there. I was thoroughly entertained, even in person. Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing well. Hello you Jack, mate, all good here, mate. Johnny D, but do they double as tuners? Do you mean this guy? I've lost it because I threw it. This, if you're talking about this being a tuner, it wasn't the best tuner. I've tried better tuners. Francis Chambers, hello mate. Well, speaking of which, thank you if anybody's here that came up and said hello at the show. That was amazing. Like last year when I went, I didn't know anyone. I was new, fresh YouTube person. And it was Al Lindsay that actually came up to me and says, hello, Steve Cassidy Guitar Channel. I was like, yeah. And we got chatting and it was great. So cool. And then this year I got sort of spotted by a lot more people saying hello and that. I mean, it wasn't like Milehouse levels, you know, but people saying hello. And it was just cool to put some faces to names. Almost got that the wrong way around. So that was cool. Jojo, what you saying? Really interesting that Lee from Jet is launching the Spira brand now as well. Not clear as to why he wanted to create a separate brand, but they were very different. Yeah. So I think it's because, well, what he was telling me anyway was their vision. The Jet brand is kind of more the vintage-ish kind of ones, so, or maybe classic models. Strats, Tellies. They've got an offset. They've even got a single cut that doesn't get a lot of hype really. I wouldn't be, would I try that out? I might try that out, but I just don't really like single cuts. But yeah, so that seems to be the kind of thing. And then they made, I think it was last year, a lot on the new launch. They did like a Stygian, a 7-string. There's a few more models like that that looked a bit more sort of metalish. Pardon me. And then they decided then that they were going to create another brand. So it was basically those kind of Stygian models and the 7-strings are a bit of an in-between phase that you probably won't see much more like that from Jet in the future. I don't think it'll go with Spira. That's my thoughts on it anyway. That's my understanding of it, sorry. Malt the Hoop, well, alright, sorry, you're speaking to Jojo there. Greg Green, that's the one. Pick works pretty well for me. Have you got the same one? Sorry, the chat jumped there. Where did we get to? Ray, where are you based, Steve? My dad used to live in Libster. I bet I'm saying that wrong. Libster, by John O'Groats. Great meeting you Sunday. Cheers, Ray. Oh, nice to meet you too, Ray. Excuse me. No, I'm not near John O'Groats. I'm up in Dundee, mate. In the Muth. Sorry, that was what I said to Paul Milehouse. He was asking where Dundee was in Scotland, and I told him it was in the mouth. Like if you look at the map of the UK, like Scotland, there's like a head and there's a mouth. Sorry, terrible description. Thankfully Yoshi saved me. Rich is in Novice Noisemaker. How you doing, mate? Couldn't make it going to the Northampton Guitar Show on March 23rd to see what that's like. Oh mate, I missed you this year. It was great. That was when I met Rich last year. I was looking about for you and I seen, sorry I forgot, see what I mean? He's probably got a 1-syllable name again, your guitar tech. Is it Dan? I met him at the show and I was asking for you, but, oh well, next time mate, next time. And enjoy the show in Northampton. Where are we getting to? Johnny D, you got the Tone Rider City Limits installed on a CV50 Strat this week. Fair to say you're not disappointed. Hooligan City on Bridge. Better tone adjustment on them all. Nice one, mate. I don't think I've tried the City Limits, but am I right in thinking that those are the ones that are kind of based on the Texas Specials? Is that right? Could be wrong. Maria, why don't they put a hole somewhere on the pick so you can put it on a keyring? You'd never lose it then. That's a great point. Oh, I forgot it's not here. I've just got the box. But yeah, that's a good idea. Put it on a keyring or a necklace. You can be like one of these guys that's got your keys on your neck, but your plectrum and your tuner. Sorry. Greg Green, get an offset body and put your Starcaster neck on that. You would suggest a Jazzmaster body because Jaguar is 24 inches. Yeah, the problem with the Starcaster neck is that it's 22 frets but with no overhang. So it's not as plug and play as it would be on some other ones. I'm actually curious if this would fit on the Modern Player Series guitars. Not the Player Series, the Modern Player Fenders. Those were made in China. Fenders around about 2012-ish, I think. And those all had the same thing on the Tellys and the Strats as well, so they're not really compatible necks. But this might be, so something I might check out in future. But yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Send it to Milehouse. Why didn't I think of that? The thing is, if I sent it to Milehouse, you probably wouldn't want it. You'd think, I'll just build you one. I'll build you a neck from scratch. Just get a... I don't work on crap like that, you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Johnny D, you and I think that's John Robson and others need to keep Stum on the Jets and Fazleys being such good value and excellent players. They'll start jacking the prices up. Ah, good shout. Yes, mate. Well, I mean, that's part of the appeal of them. I mean, they're good, but it's also the price is a big appeal as well. So if they go too high, they won't succeed. And it's just getting more and more competitive as well. There's a new brand out every week from China. It's hard to compete. They've all got stainless steel frets on them. Even Gear for Music have got a new one out with stainless steel frets. It's 99 quid. What? That'd be a good one for your channel, Milehouse, to check out. The 99 quid Gear for Music with stainless steel frets. Is it any good? Luthier Versus. You need to check out his series if you've not been watching them. But of course you have. Excuse me. What are you saying? Milehouse saying, I'll send you my number one Jazzy or the Headless Beast. Take your pick. I'll get it up to you next week. Oofed. Can't turn that down. Well, 100% I want the number one. I want the number one. I wouldn't know where to start with a Headless. And I've got no point of reference. But just to say that it's your number one as well would be so cool. You possibly heard it here first. Milehouse review. Well, I just say it's great, whatever it's like, because he's my best pal. Is that what I'll do? Biased. Probably. But actually, is that the one you showed me the picture of? You sent me it. I think it is. Beautiful guitar, mate. Right on my street. I love the blues and I love the florals. Actually, I'll save that for another day, but I've got a box down there unopened. A guitar body that is in the same vein. Budget Pedal chaps in the house. How you doing, mate? It was great to meet you as well at the weekend. Once again, absolute legend. Jed Ellis is here as well. Thanks for coming, mate. Whoops. Where are we at? We jumped. We jumped again. Here we go. Anton saying that would be awesome to review a Milehouse guitar. Looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. Definitely, especially if it's that one. John Little, I'll read this out for a laugh. With Trump's 25% tariff on goods from China, do you think that Squire prices will rise here? I've got no idea, mate. I'm hearing everybody talk about tariffs and stuff like that, and I pay zero attention to it, mate. I don't watch the news. I don't read news sites. Don't listen to the radio. Don't watch TV. I opt out of all that jazz. So I just hear second-hand information from everybody. Yeah, so I don't really know what the tariffs mean. Just have to wait and see what it means. Stuff from China, well, I mean, you might be safe on Classic Vibe, they're Indonesia, so I don't know what the deal is with the tariffs. Sorry, mate. Just have to wait and see what happens. What'll happen is, we're all going to buy this stuff anyway. Probably. Maybe. Simon Wenlock, you're really liking the jet version of the Kotzen guitar. You think it's the JT600. I would get one, but I really don't like the colour. That's funny, you're the second person to say that to me this week. He's not in. Who is it? Baz, the LOL guy. He's got one recently as well, and he loves it, but he wishes there was one in another colour too. It could happen. Maybe they'll make other colours. I reviewed that one. It was a really cool guitar. Probably might have kept that. But sent it back. Does a Milehouse Studios guitar come with optional finger cheese fretboard? I wonder if Milehouse would clean his finger cheese off of his fretboard before sending it up. Or maybe I could, could you imagine that? I could clean it all off, scrape it into a wee container and sell it. Legit Milehouse finger cheese product. I don't know what you would do it like, but Craig, if your other half is here, I'm not. Okay, got you. Where are we at? Bluer, oh, you're speaking to John Little. Sorry, I've never gone to the poll or that. Is it alright if we just chill? Can we just chill out and read the chat for a change? Is that alright? I'm needing that tonight. Let me know if I'm not allowed. If you need to see the poll. The poll we were asking about, sorry, I've just went and changed my mind. We're asking about what started everybody in their playing journeys, like what style of music it was. And you know, great conversation going on in the comments there. Of course, oh, I was about to say I've answered every one, but look at this one. Ah, you got me. It was an hour ago, to be fair. But yeah, great conversations and seeing how everybody got started and people from different generations and whatnot. So yeah, sorry, I'm not going to get into reading the comments on here just because I feel like the last wee while, especially last week, I ignored the chat too much, the live chat, and I felt bad about it. The whole week after that, I was weeping into my sick bag on the flight. Sorry. Greg Green is saying, you've never done a kit guitar. By the time I would get into final form, I would have substituted more than half the parts. Yeah, far easier and more economical to mod, upgrade a cheaper import than a kit. Yes, I would think the exact same thing. I've never done one either, but that's what I hear as well. Although Bolt guitars, I use their refinishing system on this guitar, but their whole thing is that they do kit guitars, but it's good kits. Like this select nicer woods, they actually pair the neck with the body beforehand to make sure that it's a good fit and it's better hardware and all that kind of stuff, so that it's a more expensive kit guitar. I think they're maybe about £300–400, but at the end of it you end up with a good guitar rather than your regular kit guitar. Yeah, I mean, if you keep all the hardware and electronics, you're probably not going to, it doesn't matter how great a job you do of making it, you're probably not going to end up with a great sounding guitar. And with the hardware, maybe not a great performing guitar either, but it could look good, you'll learn a lot from it. Yeah, parts casters for me too, mate, I think. Just because I'm not skilled enough in anything, really. Budget Pedal Chap, Jet should be the modern brand and Biplane should be the vintage one. That would work, yeah. Excuse me. Wings. I don't know why I just said that. That was very Tourette-ish. Excuse me, sorry. Greg Green, you buy cheap import guitars as basically just the neck and body, so if you can play it as is for some time, it allows you to find the right parts for that guitar. That's pretty much my approach as well, mate. Just, yeah, I wish I was as skilled as some of these people like Guitar Quackery and Milehouse, who are absolute demons at the Lutherie and Techery. But I've just never been that wired that way. I'm not great with my hands, technically minded. Yeah. Anywho, speaking of guitar quackery, can't find many jet guitars in the US. This one has a quarter sawn neck, best wood for necks. Yeah, that's the thing with jets. I've noticed on some of their higher end ones, they're saying that they have quarter sawn necks, like in the spec lists. But I've seen other ones that have quarter sawn necks that are not even advertised as having quarter sawn necks. And also have slightly rolled fretboard edges that they don't advertise. And some of them also have Wilkinson hardware that they don't advertise. It's like the opposite of most guitar companies, where they'll often try and hide things about the specs. Like, say it's got ceramic pickups or something. Instead of just saying ceramic pickups, I'll give them a name. I'll say like, I don't know. Let me look at something. Tablet, there you go. It's got tablet blue pickups. I just made that up. But some kind of name to kind of hide that it's actually ceramic or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with ceramic, but at a certain price point, you kind of know what you're getting, don't you? Speaking of rolled fretboard edges, I need to get something off my chest. I've seen this come up in another video recently, right? Some people... Oh, I can't believe it. My fire alarms just went off. Right, hold on a second. I need to go and deal with this. Smoke alarm, sorry, not the fire alarm. Right, everybody calm down. It's fine. Hold on. Right, Yoshi, do you know what to do? Look. Right, it's all good. No worries, it's fine. Right. So, you know how sometimes you get asked, what guitar would you grab if the house was burning down? Well, it's burning down all around me right now, and I'm just sitting thinking what one would be a good one to grab. Let's think. Right, no, it's not burning down, it's fine. It's just burnt something. It's all fine, sorry. Right, where did we get to there? Oh yeah, I was telling you a story about, so I've said it in a load of videos about jet guitars, about the rolled fretboard edges. And I think some people maybe don't understand what I mean by that. Right, this is a bad example because this does not have rolled fretboard edges, but the difference between rolled fretboard edges and rolled fret ends, right? So here's your fret ends, right? These are actually quite tidy on the Starcaster, right? But sometimes these could be sharp fret ends. That could often happen with your fretboard wood shrinking. I can't believe I'm saying this stuff in the presence of Guitar Quackery and Mile House Studios, right? But anyway, like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. So anyhow, your fretboard edges, these could be sharp, right? But this is not what we're talking about being rolled, right? You get ball fret ends on, actually I could show you now. The Harley Benton ST Modern Plus. Check this out. See if you can see this. Right, can I get up close enough? Focus. Right, can you see these fret ends? I can't get any closer than that, right? But they're actually like little ball ends, and they don't even reach the end of the fretboard. See that? So that's like rolled fret ends or ball ends right now. What rolled fretboard edges are is this. See the wood here? Right, so when it's not rolled, it's just like a curve and like a straight right angle there. And it can feel kind of like, not the frets, the wood, kind of sharp here. Now when they're rolled, they get kind of like sanded over a little bit, so there's a little bit of a curve to them and they're more comfortable. So that's rolled fretboard edges, not to be confused with fret ends. And I even went as far as doing a wee diagram for you. There you go. So there's the end of your neck. Sorry, I can never get this right. So you see the straight edge in the corner there, and then the rolled edge. Sorry, wrong hand. There's the rolled edge. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So Jet guitars have rolled fretboard edges, right? And that was one of the specs that got upgraded on the Fender Player 1 to the Fender Player 2. Not fret ends, fretboard edges, right? Just had to get that off my chest. Anyway, carry on. And it feels more comfortable, but you can still have rolled fretboard edges and sharp frets. Anyway, where are we at? Sorry about that. Peter Brokas, hello mate. Solo guitars offer pre-finished kits. Oh, I need to check them out, never heard of them. Whoops, the chat jumped there. Sorry. Where are we at? Oh, I've missed a lot of chat. Whoops. What did I miss? I'm not sure where we're at. Sean plays guitars in the house. Hello mate, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just going to jump in from here. I'm not sure where we are. I've got loads of chat to catch up on. Hugely appreciate all the engagement, by the way, all the time. You guys are the best. And gals. Peter Brokus, Paul does awesome builds and very funny channel as well. Couldn't agree more. Awesome stuff. It's like my favourite pastime these days is watching Mile House Studios. And yeah, it's my favourite channel. That's it, I'm on record, right? Mile House Studios is my favourite channel to watch. It's the best. What are you going to do? I love a lot of channels. Peter Collins, sorry, you're talking to Greg. We're talking about Donald Trump, loads of fun. Where are we at now? Alan Bradbury, there's this thing called respraying. Oh, I'm not sure what it's in reference to there, but yes. We're talking about, I think I maybe missed something about Wilkinson kits. Ah, you're talking about respraying the finish, yes, on the JT600. Got you, yes. Well, I mean, I tried a refinish before. I'm not in a hurry to try that again. It wasn't fun. I'd rather just buy a guitar in the colour that I like. Yeah, the whole point of Fender style guitars is they're easy to take apart, so easy to respray. They're easy to take apart, but they're not easy to get the existing finish off, especially if it's poly. Well, it wasn't for me, and it was my first time, so maybe it is easier when you know what you're doing. Austin Barrett, hello mate, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Okay, here we go, we're on respraying. Bluer, you don't need to spray a body, you can use a fine brush and tea-cut and polish. There you go. Well, the stuff I used on the Bolt system was like a water-based wipe-on dye thing. That was cool. Northwest Guitars make easy to use rattle can aerosols. Yeah, that was one of the reasons I wanted to try a refinish, and my initial thoughts was do aerosols, but I don't have anywhere to spray. And outside isn't always an option in Scotland either. We get a lot of wind and a lot of rain and whatnot. So the Bolt guitar system was good for me because I could just do it at home. It's non-toxic, just wipe it on. Anyway, searching for Tones in the house. How you doing, mate? Sorry late to the post show. Thanks for coming, mate. Much appreciated. Enjoyed your live stream last night as well, was it? / this morning. Great fun. I have it on usually in the background while I'm working on thumbnails for Friday's video. Old Man Zen, kit guitars are really hit or miss. I bought 2 from Crimson Guitars back when they sold them. One was great, the other had a bunch of issues. Well, you'd expect better, wouldn't you, from Crimson. I got to meet Ben Crow again. We chat with him. Cool guy, very cool guy. That was at the show. IMA 640, Punk, it was like you ripped up the rules and started again. Ordinary people could make music. You didn't need to go to art school. Yeah, totally, mate. Yeah, not a sort of a low barrier of entry for skill level, eh? Like, if you're into punk music and you want to start playing the guitar, you could pretty much be playing the songs that you love in a short space of time, I would say. Like first couple of months or something like that. Maybe even less. Depends. Alan, you resprayed a Fazley with Northwest Guitars TV yellow, and all you had to do was buff it a bit and that was it. Nice one, mate. It's worked out good for you. Oh, Scott Bogfoot, how you doing, mate? Rolled fretboards are underrated. Yeah, totally, mate. I love them. I only discovered what they were a few years ago myself, and yeah, I'll just hugely appreciate them. Like, see when I did the first comparison video with the Fender Player versus the Jet GS400 like last year, the difference with the Fender Player neck, like it's quite a sharp edge on it, not the rolled edges, versus the Jet's rolled edges that they don't even advertise. It was like, it's like, yeah, love it. And it's roasted. Awesome. Greg Green, you can also burn the body, sand it back and oil it after a few goes. Looks cool. I bet it does. We have to give that a go. That's what happens when you shred. All right, okay, that's the dinner bell. The dinner bell. This is about when the alarm went off. Right, I'm going to try and catch up. Guitar Quackery, Dr. Q, you've got to run. You're going to try and watch on your phone mounted on your bike handlebar. Be careful, mate. Don't live stream and cycle, maybe. That's the thing. You're glad the house didn't burn down. Yeah, me too. Greg Green, your Starcaster and your main Jet. What about them? They're not missed. Oh, that's what I should grab. Last guitar. Sorry, I'm way behind. Let's just see if we can catch up. Whoops. Right, sorry, I'm jumping through a bit now. We're getting selective now. Sorry. Mickey, did you try the Tone X until now? You have to, bro. I know. I've just never got around to it. I'm so sorry. It's still sitting here untried. That'll be a funny video in about like 2 years. Blowing the dust off it. Okay. Gray Harris, you always have some Dunlop 1.5mm to hand for measuring action. That's a good shout, mate. Greg Green, Milehouse is definitely interesting. You have the same kind of potty mouth he does. He makes some choices I wouldn't, but that is why I watch. Is that in terms of the building or in terms of the language? But yeah, I was saying the same thing to Milehouse. How jealous I am of his success. No, well, I am actually, but no. Just how great his channel is and that he gets to be just completely himself. Because, to be totally honest with you, I do have a bit of a mouth on me myself when I'm not doing this sort of thing. But yeah, it's probably best that I'm maybe not doing that. But because of my job, I work in a private school and I've got to behave on the internet, basically. Watch what I say, watch my P's and Q's and whatnot. So I do my best, behave. But yeah, I'm jealous of the freedom that Milehouse has. You'll say anything. And you know what's funny, he was saying it on our lunch date. He was talking about the stuff that actually doesn't make the videos. Could you believe that he cut stuff out? I thought what he was saying on the video was already bad enough, but there's obviously worse stuff that we don't get to see. So I could only imagine what that is. Ben, how you doing, mate? Ben the Judge Smith. Milehouse Studios is a great blend of informative and infantile bloke humour. Perfection. There you go. He's not a dafty though. He's a clever laddie. He knows exactly what he's doing. Right, Richard Clark, how you doing? Sometimes there is lenses, sometimes not. You get so confused. Maybe you should check your glasses. No, mate, so, right, that's a good point. I could tell you all about that. So, originally there was no lenses in the glasses because that was my school disguise thing. And then I needed glasses, so I got lenses in the glasses. But when I'm doing the produced videos, I use the ones without the lenses because then they don't get the reflectiveness from the lights in the lens. And also when I'm doing thumbnails, I use the lensless glasses as well. There you go. So, hope that clears that up. Whoops, we jumped there. We jumped again. Search for Tone, you gave Milehouse a shout out last night on the stream. I'm sure after that he lost some subs. No doubt. Nah, I was there for that. I seen you shouting him out. Good on you, mate. I love that. All of the community helping each other. Fantastic. Alan Bradbury, you actually do want a wet floor when spraying outside. It stops the mist from bouncing up off the floor and settling on your sprayed finish. I'll take your word for it, mate. I don't know if I'll ever try spraying a guitar. Possibly not. Maybe. Who burnt the toast? Was it Yoshi's cooking something? I don't even know what she's cooking. But it's burnt. Whatever it is. What have we got there? Greg Green, punk is essentially folk in structure, and if you play the older stuff, it's mainly loud Chuck Berry. Interesting. Folk in structure. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you could pare down punk. It's just, punk is just attitude, isn't it? Energy. It does have a sound as well. You don't need to be super highly skilled, although it works well if you've got a great drummer. That's always good for a punk band. Right, where do we get to there? Guitar Quackery. As we speak, you are riding through the streets of Brooklyn on my bicycle, suspended from a handlebar. That is an amazing image you've put in my head there. Be careful, mate. But thank you for taking me on your tour of Brooklyn. Jojo, no idea why anyone would diss ceramic pickups. The Guitar Geek said the pickups in the new Fender Standard are awesome. Better than the Alnicos in the Squire CV. Nice. Well, I'll need to check them out. Sorry, going back to Jet again, but Jet do their Alnico single coils are pretty good. They're a bit hot, but they sound pretty good. I'm not a fan of the humbuckers, but yeah, you can make good sounding ceramic pickups. It's just they're usually associated with higher output, and that's not really to my taste. And that's the whole thing with pickups, isn't it? It's subjective. So even although I say I've not tried the Fender Standard yet, I actually have had one in my hand briefly at Kenny's Music last week, but I didn't plug it in. But I've heard people say that, actually I think even Fender said that they're a bit, the reason they went with ceramic pickups is they're a bit hotter than the classic vibe, so it's a bit more modern. Personally, I think that's BS. I think they went with them because they're cheaper, simple as that, but there you go. Pardon me. Where did we get that? Right, Hogwarts. Right, where do we get to there? Old Man Zen, maybe it's because I grew up in small mining town, but I don't find that Milehouse Studios language offensive in the least. Fairly tame in comparison, if I'm being honest. Nice. That's it. Same here, mate. Well, I mean, there's nothing I find offensive. I mean, how could you get... Well, I mean, I suppose there is offensive things you could say with language. Hate speech and all that jazz, but yeah, in terms of what Milehouse is doing, it's just banter, is it? Toilet humour, all that kind of stuff, all the best stuff. Innuendo, what's not to like? Oh, I'm almost caught up. This is awesome. Right, just when I get to the bottom, I'm going to need some feedback in a minute. Simon, your missus is learning English at the moment. Maybe I should play her some Milehouse Studios videos so she can learn some creative vocabulary. That could work. That could work. Wayne McConnell's in the house. Hello, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Bacon. Bacon? Question mark. Possibly. Jack Karowski. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. We're getting near the end, but still appreciate you coming along, mate. Saying hello. Richard Clark. It took me 10 years to realise that Buck Cherry was a play on Chuck Berry. Were you sitting there the whole 10 years? Ah. Offset Guitars, we send our regards. Oh, right, mate. Awesome, mate. Thank you so much. So, it'll be a wee while before I get that video out, mate. But yes, I could say it now. It's worthwhile checking out. Offset Guitars on Reverb and eBay. I've got a new guitar day en route. Hopefully here Saturday, tomorrow or Saturday. So yeah, very excited about that. Something I've been after for a long time, and yeah, watch this space. Sean plays guitar. I ate bacon. Right, let's get on this bacon thread here. So I ate bacon today. Richard Clark, you act like we don't eat bacon every day. I don't, but, well, maybe different. Greg Green, bacon and burgers are why I can never be a vegetarian or vegan. No, the faux stuff doesn't cut it for me. Still yummy, but not the same. I'll tell you what, Greg. When was the last time you tried like a plant-based burger or bacon or something like that? Because I bet you could be fooled. You probably could be. Like Beyond Burgers. Awesome. And that's pretty much all I eat. I'm going to show you something here I should never show on camera, but oh, actually this is a bit oversized. But I mean, the belly's pretty big these days, right? And it's because I've not been looking after myself and eating burgers and bacon and pizzas and all that stuff. That's what I've been doing as a vegan. Not for health. Anywho, Blur, your family were old dockers. You've bookmarked one of Milehouse's videos now. Might remind me of family. You will not be disappointed. Check it out. To understand a man, you need to walk 1.609 kilometres in his shoes. See what you've done there, mate. Graham Campbell. I don't know if I said hello, mate. How you doing? I think I did. You worked in aviation for years, mainly out on the airfield in all weathers, so I've heard far worse than Paul. There you go. Yep. I think maybe in the UK we're used to this kind of stuff, eh? Well, Jojo, yeah, cheap sub-standard pickups are going to sound bad wherever they're made from. Yeah. Maybe. I'll tell you what, Jojo, right? See that Starcaster there? In the neck of that is a Vanson humbucker size P90. I don't know if it's Alnico. It might be Alnico 5. 20 quid. It's the best 20 quid I've ever spent. It sounds phenomenal. Yet to do a video on that, but yeah. You can get all sorts, but at the end of the day, it's subjective, isn't it? Whether you like it or not. And we can all get involved in the tone words. So it's really woody sounding. And all that stuff. Richard Clark, I will hit your next vid with email Scott. Email Scott. Your new, or you're speaking to someone else, sorry mate. Right, alright, okay, Scott Bogfoot. Apologies, missed that. The air is the only place for snowflakes. Nice one, Richard. I just caught that from the chat there. Alan Brad, right, I'm loving this. I got attacked when I found a bacon sandwich in a tree. Turns out it was an ambush. Oh, awesome. Get in my belly. That's the one, mate. Greg Green, Steve, welcome to the club. I look like I'm in my second trimester. I went from large shirts to extra large. A belly drink. That's it, mate. I've put on more weight since I stopped drinking. Because I found a substitute, which has been chocolate. Sorry. Chord of the week, IMA 640. Any gig news? Sorry, thank you so much for keeping me honest. Right, we'll have to go on a wee bit longer so we can get onto that. Here was the previous 3 chords of the week. I've not got this one written down, but actually I've not even figured it out. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Let's go to this one. Right, what's chord of the week going to be? So the previous chord was G sus4, D minor 7, this voicing, A minor 11. Right, now I wanted to do this. I also wanted to open up chord of the week for your suggestions, but I ended up getting busy over Birmingham Guitar Show and whatnot. So what we're going to do, A minor 11 was the last one. What do we want? Maybe let's do this. Love that, right? What we've got here, root, 5th, octave, 7. What's the C? That's the 5th again. What's the E doing? What's an E doing in this? What? That can't be right. Hold on, I'm doing stupid stuff. Have I got... Wait a minute. Everybody calm down. So the G is... the G's a 9, right, okay. Apologies. Right, so I've got, I'm thumbing the root note here with my thumb. Fret 1 on the E string. This is a bit of a tricky one actually, right? I'll show you an easier alternate version. Finger 3 is on string 5, fret 3. And finger 4 is on string 4, fret 3. So we've got thumb 3, 3, and then we've got an open G. By the way, that was root, 5th octave, and then we've got the 9, and then I've got a C, which is another 5th, and then I've got an E, which is a major 7. So this is basically an F. What is this? Why does it sound so beautiful? I've got my major 7 in it on my 3rd, so it's an F major 9. Doesn't sound like an F major 9. I'm getting something wrong here. If John Robson's watching, he'll fix me. Right, I'll fix this next week, but there we go. That's our next chord. If you want the easy version, just don't play the bottom 2 strings, and basically you've got finger 3 on string 4, open G, finger 1 on C, which is string 2, fret 1, open E. That'll do it. Sounds more like a sus, doesn't it? But it's got a 3rd in it, does it? Wait a minute. It doesn't have a 3rd in it. It's an add 9. Right, okay. Sorry about that. F add 9. F major 7 add 9. Right, here's our chords. G sus 4. D minor 7. A minor 11. And then we're sus. Back around again. I want to go somewhere else with it, but I didn't. Right, sorry. Hopefully that works. Okay. That's basically it. I think we got everything caught up. Sorry, I didn't do the, what do you call it? What's it called? Poll of the week and stuff. Back to normal for next week, I promise. We'll be doing hammering on about probably parts casters, I think. Yeah, that's about it. Greg Green just says died. What happened? Am I off? Is the stream dead? I don't know. Oh, we're into vegetarians and vegans and stuff and all that stuff. We can talk about that some other time if you like. Right, I think we're all caught up. Listen, thank you all. So, oh, Al Lindsay, you're going to a guitar summit? I'm planning on it, mate. Yes, I really want to go because I missed it last year. So that'll be fun. Okay. Anton, what's the video for Friday? It's a Birmingham video. You could say it's a collab. Yeah, you'll see a lot of familiar faces. Let's just say that. Maybe even some people in this very chat. So that'll be fun. I don't know how it's going to perform. You never know. In fact, I've got to go and finish editing it right now. Right, let's get out of here. Thanks y'all for coming. Until next time. See you later. Okay, and that's the behind the scenes bit when we now do the see you later stuff. No, there we go. That's it. Now, I wonder if the house is on fire. That'll be interesting. And then I'll need to spend a bit of time picking out which guitar's getting saved. Could be anyone. Who knows? Right, okay, let's end the stream. Cheers again. See you later. Cheerio. Bye. See ya. See you later. Ciao.